YouTube, so I'm here to do my 36-week pregnancy vlog. I know I haven't talked to you guys in like 5 weeks since I was 32 weeks pregnant, but I just have been really super duper busy and I just haven't gotten around to filming. But just as a quick overview of what's been happening since 32 weeks, not much has really been happening. I had 2 doctor's appointments so far. One was at 32 or 33 weeks pregnant. Nothing really big happened. He just checked the heartbeat, and yeah, nothing exciting or major has happened. I did end up doing a hospital tour. I asked him if I could just go into the hospital and ask him to show me around, and that's exactly what I did. Me and my husband and my son ended up going on a little adventure to the hospital since my husband's never been there before, so he kind of wanted to take a drive there so that way he feel a little bit more comfortable getting there, whether I'm with him or not. We're planners, so we want to make sure, you know, how to get there. So we ended up going and checking out the hospital. It was a Saturday, so there were people there. And they just showed me the hospital. I'm a little bit worried because since I am due in August, they say August and September are the busiest months. And there are only, there's 2 sides of the hospital. There's a newer side and the older side of the hospital. The newer side, obviously the rooms are a lot nicer. It's almost like a hotel, as opposed to the older side, which is just like a regular hospital room. The older side is for more, is where the NICU is, and it has, like, it's more for people that are having complications or if you're gonna have a C-section, because that's where the operating room is. But of course, if they fill up the other side of the rooms, the newer side, faster, then you're gonna have to go to the older side, which kind of sucks because, like I said, they say they are, they're pretty busy in August. So I'm hoping on that day that I'll be able to be in the nicer room, but really it doesn't matter as long as I'm comfortable and my baby's safe and comfortable. As far as the postpartum rooms, I haven't seen them. I asked if they do the single, you know, you only stay in the room by yourself, or do you have, you know, somebody else staying with you. They said they try to make it to where only you are staying in that room, you and your partner, but sometimes they get so busy that you do have to have somebody else in the room with you, which I'm not really too happy about either, because with my son, I was lucky enough that I didn't have nobody with me, so my husband was able to stay there in that second bed, and he was with me for the 2 days that I was there. So I'm hoping that this time is the same, because we do live about 45 minutes away from the hospital, so it's not exactly a drive around the block for my husband. Anyways, on to other things. They provide everything from the hospital. You really don't have to bring nothing but your going home outfit and the baby's going home outfit. As far as my breastfeeding class, they totally screwed me up, and they told me when I called at 7 months to schedule the class, they said I needed to wait till the last 4 weeks of my pregnancy, and I was like, okay, I guess. Well, I ended up waiting, and the lady said you should have called at 7 months and made the appointment, because now the next appointment or the next class that they have isn't until August 12th, and my due date is August 13th. So I told her, you know what the lady told me, but it really doesn't matter, because I mean, they only have the August 12th class, so whether I go, whether not, you know, it all depends when this guy comes. As far as, I did have another prenatal appointment this past Wednesday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. It was my 36-week appointment. And and pretty much the only thing that happened was the same old, plus I had to get my strep B test done. I do not know the results yet. They should probably tell me in my next week's prenatal appointment. I do now see my doctor every week now that we are in the last 4 weeks of pregnancy. So yeah, I shall be seeing my doctor next Wednesday, so they should give me the test results then. I also got my blood drawn. I forgot what for. It's just to test, I guess, your iron and all the stuff that they test in the beginning. They want to test again to make sure that your levels are fine. So that's that. And then I've actually, this past week and a half or so, I've been having a lot of pain in my arm and like my hand goes numb. So I told my doctor and he says that I have carpal tunnel. So now I have to wear a brace on my right hand at night mostly. Sometimes I wear it during the day, but most of the time I have the most pain and the most numbness at night. So I do wear a brace on my hand, which costs freaking a lot. It's like $25 for a brace on my hand. I was like, oh my gosh. I got mine at Target. And I'm starting to feel it in this arm too, so I'm hoping I don't get it in this arm too. Supposedly it goes away after pregnancy. I'm not too sure. I've kind of had it off and on because I cashiered a lot for many years, and that's usually what you get it from. So yeah, we'll see if that goes away or not. As far as him moving, he's moving so much now. He just rolls back and forth and back and forth. And I really like feeling him move, but sometimes it gets really, really hard because it hurts because he's running out of room. So he's like kicking and grinding down below, and he's like pushing his feet in my ribs. Oh, that's another thing. At my prenatal appointment, my doctor said that he is head down. They haven't checked me for dilation or anything like that. They probably won't check me till next week, maybe. I'm not too sure. I haven't really asked. So yeah, it's been getting really hard for me to move around. If I have to bend over or bend down or stay on the floor for a long time or pick up anything off the floor, it really hurts. It starts to hurt my stomach, like I'm having a contraction, or he's like getting all balled up and crunched up in there, and so he's like pushing on my stomach. So when I go to get up, it hurts a lot, or it feels like, I don't know, it's just, I dislike bending over now or doing anything that has to be on the floor or anything like that. I'm not really comfortable any time of the day now. I kind of feel like a turtle. And then it's been really hot where I live, like in the hundreds, so it's just kind of sucked all the energy out of me this past week or so. Today is over 100. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup today. My hair's not done or anything. It's just too hot to deal with. So I'm trying to be as comfortable as possible. Ouch. We're pretty much done buying everything for him. I've already had my hospital bag packed, so I will link it in the down bar. I'll also link my, I'm out of breath, my 37-week pregnancy vlog for my son. I'll link it in the down bar as well. And I've had a really bad heartburn too. Oh my gosh. At night, mostly at night, like around 12 o'clock, I wake up. One of the many things why I wake up, and I am dying from heartburn. It's just like, I end up throwing up in my mouth. I know it sounds gross, but I end up throwing up in my mouth about 3 times at night. I have to take Tums like every hour. I wake up and I have to take 2 Tums, and I have to sleep with 2 pillows. So that's one of the many things that wakes me up at night. I also have to turn from side to side every so often. Otherwise my arms go numb and my fingers start hurting really bad from the carpal tunnel. And then I can't sleep on my back anymore because I feel like I'm suffocating and I can't breathe. So I can't sleep on either side, and I can't sleep on my back. So how the heck do I sleep? So I do wake up probably like 5 times a night. And then on top of that, the many times that I have to go pee. So yeah, I am going pee more frequently now that he's pushing on my bladder. And I'm actually quite surprised that I've gone this long without having to go frequently to the bathroom. You know, I'm pretty far into my 3rd trimester. As far as stretch marks go, I just have the same ones that I've had for my son. They're kind of like creeping up maybe like an inch on certain ones, up higher onto my belly. But hasn't been any new ones. Thank goodness. As far as my weight gain, I'm at 22 pounds, I believe. I'm not too happy about it, but that's how much they tell me to gain, between 15 and 25 pounds. I only have about 3 weeks now left. Sugar, honey girl. Don't kick it, okay? So yeah, oh, he talked to me about induction. They don't do induction until like 41 weeks, which is fine. I don't really want to.